Hello, nice of you to join us on Newsroom series. I'm Dominic Iwiwu. Today we'll be taking a look at reports coming in from the southeastern region of the country. But before we get into that, let's take a look at the top stories making the rounds at the moment. Less than 24 hours to the local government election in Rivers State, the political tension in the state appears to be escalating. This morning, the state governor, Simini Alai Fubara, says he has foiled an attempt by the Nigerian police, led by the Deputy Commissioner of Police Operations, to take over the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission, RCEC, in the early hours of today. According to the governor, the rogue policemen attempted to scale through the gates and strong room of the commission to cart away sensitive electoral materials meant for the conduct of Saturday's local government election in the state. Speaking during a media briefing at the government house in Port Harcourt, Governor Fubara said the move was surprising because he had previously received information indicating that the police intended to withdraw from the local government elections. He questions why Rivers State is being singled out, especially with what he described as an undue focus on an electoral body that falls under state jurisdiction.
Any attempt by anyone, any sister agencies to stop this election, we are prepared to make sure that we resist it. This press briefing is not, if you listen to me, I'm not calling the world, I'm not crying. I'm not calling the international community. I'm not calling, according to them, when they have their own press conference or press briefing, they call the international community. I'm not calling international community. I just want the world. I want you people to let people know that we are prepared. We are prepared. Once in a lifetime of every man, you need to stand on the side of truth. And even if it will take your life, history will not forget you.
Meanwhile, the Rivers State Police Command says it will not allow the local government election scheduled for tomorrow to take place. This is contained in a statement by the command spokesperson, SP Grace Irenge Koko. In the statement, the police confirmed being in receipt of a restraining order preventing them from providing security during the local government elections. They also say they are aware of the September 30th, 2024 court judgment from the Federal High Court, Abuja, which bars the force from participating in the election. The statement further adds that the Force Legal Department has advised that the ruling from September 30th takes precedence. Finally, the statement also references the protest march by the opposition, PDP, during which they called for an adherence to the court orders. In the meantime, the entrance to the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission, RCEC, on Aba Road has been blocked by loyalists of Governor Sim Fubara. They set up canopies blocking one side of the road, singing, dancing, and chanting songs of solidarity with the governor, some of which include "Election Must Hold." In attendance at the venue were the Chief of Staff to the Governor, Edison Ehi, Speaker of the Pro-Fubara Assembly Group, Victor Okojombo, lawmakers, and the member representing Ahwada West constituency, Sokari Goodboy. The protesting youths say their action is to protect RCEC from any attempt to truncate the process. President Bola Tinubu has mandated a grant of 150,000 naira to be awarded to outstanding micro, small, and medium enterprises in Enugu State. Vice President Kashim Shettima announced this at an expanded national MSME clinics held in the state. 48,000 jobs are expected to be created through the clinics. Our State House correspondent, Emperor Simon, reports.
I was impressed by what I saw in Enugu is an understatement. I was overwhelmed by the giant strides recorded by Governor Mba and his team. He has embraced modernity, he has embraced digital technology. Most of the things I saw are avant-garde technologies, state-of-the-art security infrastructure, beautiful roads network. He's doing excellently well, and he is worthy to be emulated by other governors across the length and breadth of this nation. He is humble and self-effacing, and he needs to increase the decibel. He is doing well, and the world needs to know what he is doing. I've learned a lot, and I will come back to learn more about the smart education. I'm obsessed with education, and so is the governor. We'll see how we can partner, because we are now in the phase of development. Politics is over. We have to coalesce into a single force to address the challenges of underdevelopment in our nation.
Staying in Enugu State, the Vice President of Nigeria, Kashim Shettima, has commended the developmental strides of the state governor, Peter Mbah, saying his work is worthy of emulation. The Vice President spoke after inspecting some of the projects of the governor as activities of his working visit to the state. According to the Vice President, the federal government will be willing to partner the governor in the area of education, collate into a single force, and face the challenges of underdevelopment in Nigeria.
The Small and Medium Enterprises Development Agency, SMEDAN, is hosting a national MSMEs conference with the theme, Grow Nigerian, Sustaining Digital and Innovation-Driven Economy. The Secretary to the Government of the Federation, who is representing the President, assures Nigerians of the government's commitment to supporting MSMEs.
It needs no gainsaying. We need to move the production and wealth generation power of the economy to the people. It is in doing this that we can ensure equal distribution of resources and tap into the industrial potential of Nigeria as a people who are in tune with the natural and human resources that God in His infinite mercies has blessed us with.
The host minister lists some interventions of government to support MSMEs.
In addition to the agreements that we've signed, because to create access to market, you first have to have trade agreements with your neighbors and other countries. We signed recently the Enhanced Trade and Investment Partnership with the UK. We've signed the Commercial and Investment Partnership with the US. We're finalizing negotiations with the EU. We are also finalizing negotiations with a number of countries to increase access to market for our MSMEs. These partnerships will encourage more of our MSMEs to export to these countries and vice versa. This also includes investment into the MSME space.
The grading system is designed to enable micro, small, and medium enterprises to access the 200 billion naira grants from the government.
Just about 12 entrepreneurs were able to access 600 million naira that we have earmarked to borrow to small businesses. So we began asking the problems, and we have some of our financial institutions here. We began asking the problem. If you ask all of them, they will tell you that there's money for small businesses. But the problem is that our small businesses are not equipped enough to access that funding.
The government is urging small businesses to take advantage of the system to grow their businesses. Daily Omoyeni, Channels Television News.
Moving over the border, the Ebonyi State pipe production industry has officially begun producing a wide range of pipes. This marks a significant step by the state government to support the local economy and promote industrial growth. By producing pipes locally, the initiative is expected to reduce reliance on imported materials, create jobs, and stimulate economic activity within the state.
It's great news for the people of Ebonyi State as Governor Francis Riferu has fully revived the state's pipe production industry. This achievement is expected to boost the local economy and create more jobs. The factory has started producing pipes using 5 high-density polyethylene HDPE machines. These machines can make over 8,000 pipes each day, ranging from 20 millimeters to 420 millimeters in size.
We have fully revived the state pipe production company at Ezango by procuring and installing PVC pipe extension line machine and also procuring and installing all the armored cables. We have also procured HDPE injection fitting machine, mold and accessories, as well as PVC injection fitting machines, each mold and accessories.
The State's Commissioner for Commerce and Industry highlighted the high quality of the pipes being produced. meeting industry standards. He added that over 20 workers have been trained and employed to run the machines, showing the government's commitment to skill development and job creation.
What you will get in the market is 2 mm thickness or 2.5 mm, 3 mm thickness or 3.5 mm thickness. But what I have here is a full gauge of 4 mm thickness. That is a loss to the company, but that is the quality we have in Ebonyi. Because Ebonyi, you have to give the best quality to let them know the difference between our pipes and the other pipes that is in the market.
He also mentioned that the raw materials are sourced locally. The factory is open for business and welcomes potential distributors, especially from the southeast region.
If for those who want to be distributors and those who want to buy from us, we already open for market. The gate is open. The access road to the pipe industry, as I'm speaking with you, you pass there. The road is ongoing, and with a couple of weeks, the governor will be able to do the place a concrete basement. Why he had to spend that money is because of the trucks that are coming out of here. So that we'll have a truck that will deliver outside the factory without hitches.
The state government plans to further expand the workforce and production capacity while ensuring sustainable production practices.
To environmental issues, help is underway for indigents of Umuchima, Ngbe, and Ogboko communities in Idiato South Local Government area of Imo State, who have been suffering from devastating gully erosion and landslide for so many years, as the House of Representatives Committee on Ecological Funds has made an on-the-spot assessment of affected areas with a view to appropriate funds for the execution and rehabilitation of the affected areas. The Chairman, House of Representatives Committee on Ecological Funds, Aminu Jaji, says the visit is part of the oversight function to ascertain the level of damage caused by these natural disasters in order to properly advise the federal government and the Ecological Fund Office on the urgency to tackle the problem of climate change and natural disasters in different states. Our correspondent, Eyitope Kuteye, reports.
A few months ago, precisely in June 2024, Channels Television visited this gully erosion site in Umuchima community in Idiato South local government after a downpour leading to several houses submerged and countless families displaced. In response to the growing ecological disaster and plea of the people of the area through the state governments, the House of Representatives Committee on Ecological Fund is here on an on-the-spot assessment of the area. The committee members expressed concern over the gravity of the situation, noting the immense human and material loss suffered by the people of the area. After the visit to the erosion site, the committee members paid a courtesy visit on Governor Hope Uzodinma at the Government House in Owerri. During the meeting, they promised to support the state in addressing this ecological challenge.
So, Excellency, you have seen so many places. All the members that are here, we know that really, if there is any other place that needs to be considered, Imo should be the #1 state. The level of devastation that we have seen in most of the areas that we visited, about 5 areas, the challenges are enormous and must be addressed.
Governor Uzodinma appreciates the committee for finding time to visit the erosion site to see things for themselves. He urges them to do all they can to salvage the situation.
We are here, as much as we are not interested in lamentation, we want solution, so we need help. So I just crave your indulgence of looking very dispassionately on our case, because it's a very serious case. Houses are caving into gullies. People are being displaced. Unfortunately, we are not captured as one of the states with the displaced personalities. So even the relief materials are not being coming, apart from these days that from time to time we'll get some support from federal government palliative packages. So I want to thank you for coming and plead on behalf of the people of Imo State that you help.
As communities in Idiato South continue to grapple with the devastating impact of the gully erosion, there's hope that this renewed attention from the federal government will lead to lasting solutions. For now, however, the people remain in desperate need of immediate intervention. Iyitokwekute, Channels Television News.
The southeast region of Nigeria faces significant youth unemployment challenges, with many young people struggling to find decent jobs. However, technology, startups, and fintech offer promising solutions to address the issue. By leveraging digital platforms, entrepreneurship, and financial inclusion, young people can access opportunities for skills development, employment, and wealth creation. Startups in the southeast can focus on sectors like agriculture, healthcare, education, and e-commerce, creating jobs and stimulating economic growth. Technology hubs and incubators can provide critical support, offering training, mentorship, and funding to entrepreneurs. Fintech companies can expand financial access, enabling young people to access loans, savings, and investment opportunities. Initiatives like coding bootcamps, digital skills training, and online freelancing platforms can equip young people with an in-demand skills platforms like Andela, Flutterwave, and Paystack have already demonstrated success in creating employment opportunities for Nigerian youth. Moreover, fintech solutions like mobile money services and digital payment systems can facilitate financial transactions, promoting economic activities. Now, joining us from Oka, the Anambra State capital, is an expert in technovation, digital marketing, web app software development, Mr. Choice Arukwe. Thank you for coming on the program.
Thank you for having me.
Now, let's just get straight into it. What role do you believe technology and startups can play in addressing the current tide of youth unemployment in the southeast region of Nigeria and the country at large?
Okay, all right. Technology and startups play an enormous role in, helping create and bridge the gap in unemployment in Nigeria and at large in the southeast in focus, because you see a lot of gap that has been created and the vacuum that has been filled with other things, and the beauty of tech, is that it creates enormous jobs and it can scale up so rapidly. So if you have youths who are interested in coding, digital marketing, data science, and are leveraging on those platforms to learning a skill or the other, they can, come out with creative solutions that can address, local problems. And some of these things could also help in, when they gather all these skills, it will reduce the over-reliance on traditional industries. I believe that most of the role particularly is to have not enough of tech hubs in cities like Owerri, Enugu, Oka, and the rest, so that they're able to bridge the gap and address this unemployment in youth in Southeast and in Nigeria at large.
Okay, now, how can fintech solutions improve financial inclusion and access to capital for young entrepreneurs in that region?
I would say is that fintech solutions, they've already started trying their bid. You could, see some of these new fintech apps through people can have access to micro loans, to solve one or two issues. But I would say it is not enough. I think there is a need for the government to also help and play a role, because we not leave all for the fintech solutions. We have fintech apps like all these other digital people that have all this, you with your use of your phone number, you can make access to, get small micro loans. But we could, expand it if the government, come to our aid.
Now, what skills do you think are most in demand for young people to thrive in the digital economy?
I would say it's a combination of technical skills and soft skills. Because if you have these digital marketing skills without being a creative thinker, and without having problem-solving skills, you are not going to, be able to flow, seamlessly. So while our youths are being urged to learn digital marketing, software development, you also have a combination of learning problem-solving skills, negotiation skills, because that is even the bigger part of it. Because these skills are lost, especially these technical skills, prepared them for global job opportunities. So without having this combination of negotiation skills and problem-solving skills, there's going to be a gap, especially in this period that most of the work are going to be remote work.
Okay. Thank you very much. Mr. Choice Arukwe is an expert in Technovision, a digital marketer, a web app software developer. Thank you for joining us on Newsroom Series. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Now we move over to Abia State, where the governor of Abia State, Dr. Alex Oti, has flagged off the construction of model court buildings in the 17 local government areas of the state, describing the initiative as a fulfillment of a major campaign promise. Speaking during the flag-off exercises in Umune Autonomous Community, Isialangwa South Local Government, Governor Alex Oti expressed his administration's determination to build a new Abia where everyone would have access to justice regardless of their economic and social status. The governor also flagged off the construction of the 19.1-kilometer Itungwa Mboko Amise Ameri Omoba Ahiaba Nkwo Elechi Road, being part of the World Bank-supported Rural Access and Agricultural Marketing Project.
This project is in line with our vision of working closely with the judicial arm of government to create robust channels for the speedy dispensation of justice. This initiative is anchored on the common understanding that access to justice is an irreducible minimum in a democracy. In the new Abia, there is a consensus that the rights of a poor widow are as important as the legal safeguards of a wealthy industrialist who wants to enforce the terms of his contracts. What we have gathered to witness is not just about the erection of new blocks of courtrooms from where those who work in the temple of justice can perform their day-to-day activities. We have come to fulfill a major campaign promise that under our watch, centers of justice administration in the state shall have a more functional appeal in view of the importance of the judiciary as a major anchor of our civilization.
And that's where we draw the curtains on this week's edition of Newsroom Series. I'm Dominic Iwiwu. Enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe.